Hi everyone! So today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on makeup for beginners. So I'm just going to go through and do a really basic makeup look and just give you some quick top tips. This is probably more for people who are like, what is all this makeup stuff? Like, how do I even make up? Like, the stress can be real. So I'm just going to go through and just use really basic makeup and give you some tips on what products maybe you can use, on how to apply, and just to get a really basic look using makeup. And I'll try and use more drugstore brands so it's more affordable and more available to everybody. So go to always moisturize your face. It is so important, I cannot stress that enough. If your base is not prepared and moisturized and just taken care of, then it's just gonna I just use supermarket Garnier moisturizer, whatever floats your boat, go with that, and just make sure you put that all over your face, because that's what will help the foundation go on nicer, especially if you're keeping your face moisturized as well. So it will sit in your face a lot nicer, and it will help if you tend to have dry skin. It will help the foundation not to cling and gather in those areas. Yeah. So whatever floats your boat, you do you. Doing makeup, also recommend having a primer. There's all sorts of primers out there. I've used lots of different ones, so from drugstore brands. Australis have quite nice ones. I've used NYX ones. They're really nice, like silicone-y feel and super smooth, and you can get them from Farmers, or I've used e.l.f. before. That's really cheap and affordable. It's just something that makes your skin just that little bit more smoother. And I'm going to go in today with the Benefits, the Professional, and this is, Farmers have just actually started selling Benefits, so they're actually like, it's a higher end brand, but it's very affordable for something like this, I think, and it works really well. So this one's used for filling in pores, and it just gives it a really nice base to start your foundation on. But also, if you don't have primer, you can miss this step. It's not a huge thing, but it's something I really like to do, and I just do it religiously now. I almost feel naked not having primer on before I put foundation on. It's just weird. But then I'm just gonna go in with a really basic kind of foundation. This is actually a BB, so Beauty Balm. And this is from the NYX brand. Got this from Farmers, and it is in the shade Golden. This one actually says use as a primer or use alone for a beautiful complexion. Oh, so yes. And this one says it's brightens, smooths, moisturise, oil-free, mineral enriched. So this would be quite good if you have quite oily skin, so it's not very oily. I'll normally just pop that on my finger, and I'll just kind of put it in the areas, spread it out, so it's just a bit easier to spread around. Ooh, got a little bit too much. BB cream is a really nice, just lightweight, easy, light coverage way of having foundation on, and it just works really well. And what I'd also recommend having is, like, if you are a beginner for makeup, wanting to know just how to use stuff, definitely have a foundation brush. That's probably your best friend, because it's just, you can also just, you don't have to use it just for foundation, but it's just because then you can use it to blend out your concealer, and it just, you can use it for lots of different things. Brushes that I'd recommend would be Real Techniques. You can get that online or on Farmers, but I bought mine online on this place called iHerb, and they sell lots of it so much cheaper on there than buying it in Farmers. Really good and affordable on that site. Cool, so just pop that on. Might be a little bit pale. We'll make it work. And normally with the foundation brush, I just like to buff, so dabbing it into the skin, and then kind of move it around to spread it out. Blend it out. Beautiful, beautiful. Cool. What I'd also use, if you're a beginner, concealer is your best friend. Honestly, the best. If you have blemishes, concealer. If you have bags under your eyes, concealer. If you have some random rash on your face, or anywhere actually on your body, concealer will save your life. Love it so much. This is actually a really nice concealer, and you can actually get this brand. It's LA Girl, LA Pro Conceal, and you can get it from A lot of the time Asian stores, they sell them and they're really cheap for like $2 or $3, $4 or something, like crazy. And it's really nice concealer, like super thick. No, thick's probably not a nice word to do, but just really creamy. Like it really conceals and covers. It's not sheer, because it's not what you want when you're trying to conceal bags and lines. What shade is this in? Can't tell you what the shade is, but I probably would go with that it was probably one of the lightest shades that they had. And so what I do is I'll get the concealer and I'll make a kind of like a triangle, so down, kind of down where your bags, your eyes might be, and across under your eye, and just kind of down there again, and then just blend that out most of the time with your finger. It's just the easiest way, or you can use your foundation brush to blend that out as well. For redness, it is so good because I always get red, I don't know what it is, always redness around my nose. Also, concealer helps to brighten your complexion, especially if you go for a lighter shade. So a lighter shade than your foundation, it helps to brighten your under eyes. So making your eyes look more awake, yeah, kind of helps to make your complexion just look that little bit more radiant and healthy and just all round glow. Oh, and I also just put a bit down there just to kind of highlight the area. And also at the end of your nose is a good one too, to highlight those features. Then if you're a beginner makeup, what I'd also recommend to put into your collection would be getting a powder. Just a powder, because it helps to conceal and set your concealer and foundation onto your skin and make it last longer during the day. So here's a really affordable drugstore brand Rimmel. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte in the colour Silky Beige, and you can get this from Farmers, Kmart sell it, Warehouse sell it if you're in New Zealand. Yeah, and this is just a great affordable powder that you can get, and they come in a few different shades. And so you kind of want a shade to kind of match your foundation. And then, yeah, having a powder brush is probably a really good one. So it's normally a brush that's got a really big, wide, just a big, bushy brush. That's how I would explain it. Something that's big and fluffy. There we go. Big and fluffy powder brush will be great. So just use that. And then just kind of pat that on your face to set your powder, set your foundation. And I'll just bring that down onto my neck as well. Do that on the eyes. Maybe do a little bit under the eye. Also, if you wanted to be extra fancy and set your under eye concealer, I would totally recommend the e.l.f. under eye setting powder. You can get that from Kmart for like $10. So good. It's translucent, so it's not a colour. Comes like this. Just get a little brush, or even your finger, like just the tips of your fingers, just kind of pat it on underneath, and that's really nice. Woo! Then I'm gonna go in and do a bit of bronzering, so aka contouring, and I'm gonna be using another affordable brand, Rimmel, which I use the same brand for my powder, and this is Natural Bronzer. It says waterproof bronzer powder. Wow. And this is in the colour Sun. What you could do if you don't have much brushes, you could use your powder brush as well to go in with that. But yeah, powder brushes can be the same. Normally I'll just use something that's, yeah, same thing, bit bigger and fluffier. Maybe not as round, a bit more thinner. And what I'll do is just get a little bit, dab, 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 dab. And I'll just kind of put it, if you were to suck in, find where your cheekbone is and kind of go down and around there. Bronzering can kind of go a bit more, you don't have to be as accurate because you're just kind of bronzering that area. Put it around, and that helps to define your cheek line. And then I'll put a little bit on the temples just to help frame the face. Also, you can use this if your foundation is a little bit too pale. This will help darken it up a little bit and bring a bit of colour into your face. I'll also like to bring it down under my jawline just to accentuate that as well so it doesn't get lost. Nice. And sometimes I'll like press on the brush just to make it thin, get a little bit, and I'll go down on my nose just because I like to contour my nose. I just find it looks a bit nicer. There's the nose. And then I'll put a little bit under my bottom lip because that makes the lips a little bit bigger and plumper. without having any surgery or lip fillers or whatnot, blah 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 blah. Right, so that's a really easy way just to contour. If you want a really like fine line contour, I'd recommend having a angle brush. If you are looking for brushes, I totally recommend XO Beauty. Like, I've bought a whole set. Yes, it's a little bit pricey, but once you've got them all, like, you don't need anything else. Like, you can just use them and it comes with everything. So you got your powders, your foundations, your eye brushes, something for highlighter, something for your eyebrows, something for eyeliner. Like, you've just got everything and it's just awesome, and they all are so nice. So if you want to go in for a more definer thing, use that, or you can just go in with your brush you use for bronzering. Yep, flatten it like we did for the nose and put that and just squeeze it so that it's thinner, just so it defines the line a bit more. Then for eyebrows, depends what your eyebrows are like. If you've got darker eyebrows, you don't really need to do too much with them, but my eyebrows are quite light. They've still got a bit of, like, I get them tinted just because otherwise you cannot see my eyebrows. What I'd recommend for eyebrows though, if you're a beginner, getting a gel, a brow pomade or whatever it's called, is really nice and quick and easy to use. And it comes with a little brush. This is from the Benefits. This is called Brow in shade 2, and I like this because I can just like outline, fill it in as much as I need to, or if I don't need to fill it in that much, you don't need too much. And this lasts forever. Like, I've had this for like well over a year and it's still going strong. Really like it. If you don't need too much done, a brow pencil is good as well. If you're looking for good eyebrow products, totally recommend Benefits. They've got everything from the gel to a brush on gimme brow, which I'll use, and they've got pencils for if you have thinner brows or you don't need to fill in too much. Just amazing. And they're very affordable, I think, for being a higher end brand. Really nice stuff. So I've just got that, just lightly filled them in the shape that you want. And then going in with Benefit Gimme Brow, and this is just a brow volumizing fiber gel. So it just comes with a bit of color on it, and it just helps to thicken the brows just a little bit more. And the good thing about this is if you get it on your skin, it's really easy to wipe and it doesn't smudge and make marks on your skin. It's very good. Beautiful. Cool. Then I will just do a very basic eyeshadow look. I'm going to go super basic and go back in using the powder for my base. And I'm just going to use a little round eye brush. This is from XO Beauty. And I'm just going to put that all over my lid, just to cover any uneven skin tone. And then I'm going to use that same brush. Like, even if you just went and bought one brush, it can do so much for you. But if you get a couple, I think you can do just a little bit more if you want it to be a little bit more adventurous. Then I'm going to go in with that bronzer we used. Just get a little bit on, and I'm just going to be putting it in like kind of circular sweeping motions in the crease of my eye, just to help define my eyelids, I guess. So I'm just putting that all over, just sweeping in circular motions just to help blend it out. Just to give it a bit of shape, a bit of colour. So this look is like if you've got the bare minimal, like you don't have much makeup but you're, you know, just wanting to know like how I can use it. This is just an easy way. Plus, when you're using, bronzers are really good for using for eyeshadow because it matches what you've already got on your face. So you know it's not going to be like an off colour or it's not going to suit. It'll go well. And so I'm just kind of putting that in the crease and bringing just that in down on the outside. Just to bring that colour in. And I just don't want too much. Just want really light. Nice. And then just time for mascara. And I'm just going to use the Maybelline Lash Sensational, which you can get from chemists, pharmacies, anywhere that sells Maybelline, which is nearly everywhere here in New Zealand. This one's really nice, like it really separates and makes your lashes look really nice and long. Good for if you're wanting a new mascara. And it's Maybelline, so very affordable. Cool! And then if you're wanting a little bit of blush, you can get some blush. So I'm just going to go in with a really nice, just light matte blush. And this is from the brand Natio, or I think that's how you say it, and that you can get that from Farmers, and it's in the colour Blusher Rosewood. Okay. And so for blush, you can also go in and use the same brush that you might have used for your powder and for your bronzering, because you just need kind of a big fat brush, big fluffy brush for that too, which I'll go in and use the same brush that I use for bronzering, just to show you. So I'll just kind of tap that in, get enough colour. A good indication is so when you smile, tap it onto the apples of your cheek and then just kind of build it up. So I'll just tap 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 and bring it up. And then bringing it down into where you've put the bronzer as well, just to kind of blend that in, because you don't want like that, what they call the Neapolitan shade, so the pink, brown and white. So kind of more blending it in than anything. Like it's still pink, brown, white, but nice, pretty, cute. For lip, I like to use a lip liner, just because I find it helps the colour stay on longer. Lip liner can also change the colour of your lipstick if you want it to be a little bit darker, or you want it to be a little bit lighter, or a bit more, mix it with a bit of brown. You can use a brown lip liner if you want to put a bit of a pink on. It will kind of change the colour a little bit, depending what you want. You just kind of play around. This is from the Sephora brand. You'd be able to get that off Sephora online. Another brand I'd recommend for lip liners would be cakey do really nice lip liners. NYX do really nice lip liners as well. They're just the same thing basically, the little twisty kind of gel, put it on your lips, good to go, put your lipstick on, voila, beautiful. So what you do is, this one's like a light kind of creamy brown, and I just put this, kind of a nudie colour, and I just put this on the outline of my lips and colour it in. And then I'm going to go in with just my all-time favourite. I've seen a couple of my other videos, and this is M.A.C Blankety. I just think it is just such a nice nude colour on the lips, and I just love nude on the lips. It's just the easiest thing to whack on. It's just for me personally, because I find it suits me when I'm pale and it suits me when I'm tan, which can be really hard mixed to find something that'll suit both. So this is what I totally recommend. I love M.A.C lipsticks. They are that little bit more expensive, but they are really good quality. They don't dry out your lips. Well, this is an amplified, amplified lipstick, and they're just really creamy. They don't dry out your lips. Lipstick on my teeth. And they just go on so nice. But other brands that I've used that I've liked is cakey, have really nice lipsticks. Australis are really nice lipsticks as well, and Maybelline. Basically finding a colour that you like and going with that if you want to go for a neutral look. Like, this is such a nice, quick and easy natural look that I honestly could probably put this on in 5 to 10 minutes if I'm quickly going somewhere. They're just quick, easy tips for nice makeup. Also, one of my other favourite tips, if you're putting your makeup on to go to work and you want it to last longer, or you're going somewhere like a wedding or an event and you need your makeup to last longer, I totally recommend a setting spray. Is so helpful. But that can be a struggle trying to find a good one. But a nice, good, affordable one that I quite like is the NYX Dewy Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray. And you can get this from Farmers, and this is like $19. Really good, and it comes with 60 mils. Last ages, and I just quite like the finish on this. Like, it leaves your skin looking dewy. I love that word. So it kind of gives it still that glow in your face. They do come in a matte if you like the more matte look on your face as well. So just depends what you like, but totally recommend these. But if you do have a bigger budget to spend, I would totally recommend Urban Decay setting sprays. So good, they last forever. But if you're looking for something a little bit more affordable, NYX is good as well. So it says on here, it is a lightweight water-based setting spray that keeps your makeup looking dewy and amazing through any kind of weather. Cool. And it says mist face evenly, holding the bottle 10 to 12 inches from the face. Yeah, so normally I go real crazy with this stuff, so I just kind of until I feel like it's covered everywhere. So I'd like to give it a bit of shake. Beautiful. And so that just helps to make your foundation stay on that little bit longer. Also, it actually helps keeping your lipstick on longer as well, which is a good thing, because sometimes I forget to reapply lipstick and it's like half on my lips and I look like a skirty person. I hope that somebody watching this has learned some tricks and some tips on just easy makeup for beginners, especially if you don't have a lot of all the crazy stuff that I have, like just going back to the basics and just using things that you might have already around the house. So I hope you have enjoyed this video and have learned something, or learned maybe a different way how to do something. It's just basically being able to use what you've got. But if you have any questions about this video or what I've used, or maybe you just want maybe some help with something else with makeup, please comment down below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my page. Thank you. See ya.